10% have suicidal thoughts. 20% have clinically depressive symptoms. 80% don't talk about this. 73% initiated their divorce because of it. All right, if I got your attention, I'm talking about menopause, guys. This is how serious this is. This is why you have to know about this. I don't think you get the choice to not care. I don't think you get the choice to just let her deal with this. If that's where your head's at, you've got to change that. Or your marriage is going to be one of the over 60% that get divorced. So here's what you can do. Well, actually, you know what? Here's what's going on with her, and then I'll tell you what you can do. I'm going to take a step back again. When she was born, she had 1 to 2 million eggs in her ovaries. By the time she hit puberty, she was down to 3 to 500,000. Then she was losing them, thousands upon thousands, all the way into her mid-30s. And then what happened is the hormones that were supporting those eggs, estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, they started to go down as well, and they started to fluctuate. And so what once was a regular, predictable period of her month, called the period, becomes unpredictable, becomes irregular. That's why you have these mood swings. That's why you have these rage episodes that you don't see coming. That's why she starts to also have problems like losing her libido, which causes men to jump ship because they think it's about them, or they think she's cheating on them, or they think there's something else going on, but it's actually a natural physiological change. And you judge her and blame her for it, and then you wonder why she wants to leave you. It kind of makes sense. So here's the opposite of that story, because that didn't sound great. Here's what you can do. You can educate yourself about this. You can check out my channel, The Parent Express, on TikTok. I've got a lot of videos there. You can check out Husbands for Menopause on Instagram. You can check out the other videos on this channel. And you can learn a little bit about this. I'm not asking you to be an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a husband who cares. I'm a husband who believes that there's a lot more guys like me out there that would care about their wives and what they're going through if they only understood what she's going through, if they only understood a little bit about this. For example, does it help to know that she doesn't want to have sex with you right now because she's losing the hormones that give us that sex drive, that give us that libido, that estrogen is a natural lubricant in the body, so now she's got dry vagina, so sex actually hurts. That she's so overwhelmed by cortisol spikes leading to anxiety due to fluctuating estrogen, and she's absolutely exhausted from dealing with all of this on top of everything else. Does that help you understand why she doesn't want to have sex with you? And I'm not saying you shouldn't still want to. And I'm not saying that, you should be okay with it never happening. But should you demand it on your schedule without ever knowing what's really going on with her, without ever understanding this? Do you understand that when she has hot flashes at night, her skin temperature goes up by 2 degrees? It's like having a fever across your entire body. Do you understand that when she loses estrogen, it affects the amount of serotonin in her brain, which is her feel-good chemical, which leads to depression? You guys, all of this can actually be explained. And if you understand a little bit about it, literally what I've told you in this video, you're already well ahead to being able to do what you need to do, which is this. You need to have open conversations with your wife. You need to tell her that you care. You need to tell her that you're interested. Be curious. Don't be an expert. Don't tell her things. Ask questions. Let her know that you want to talk about this. Let her know that you're there if she's having a hard time with this, if she's struggling mentally or physically, because she can be in pain from menopause. She can have a frozen shoulder that's locked up and is excruciatingly painful for 3 to 4 years, to the point where she can't even strap her bra behind her back. Did you know all of this was true in menopause? Because I didn't. I didn't before I started researching it and understanding it, reading about it. But yeah, it explains a lot, don't you think? And if you understand a little bit about this, don't you think you could have better conversations with your wife? You could be like, oh yeah, I read about that. I heard about that. That sounds terrible. What can I do to help you? That's all you got to do. Some husbands, and this one's a little sketch, but some husbands who go with their wives to their doctor's appointments, their wives actually get better treatment And I think that's terrible. And I don't think that that should be the way it is. And I definitely don't think you should tell your wife that you're going with her on all of her appointments. But you could let her know that's an option. You could let her know you'd be willing to do it. You could bring a fan into the room to help with those hot flashes. You could turn down the thermostat when she needs you to. You could not complain about her flipping the covers on and off. You could not complain about her getting up 5 times a night to go to the bathroom because she has nocturia, which is the thinning of her bladder walls due to the loss of estrogen. So now she has this sense that she has to go to the bathroom or she can't hold it. So that's leading to more insomnia. You cannot give her a hard time if she forgets something. She's got brain fog. She's got memory loss. Estrogen affects the area of the brain for decision making, focus. I mean, guys, the fact that this is explainable, it's gotta help. It's gotta help. I mean, if you still don't give a crap, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry to hear that. But for those of you who care, and would be willing to do something about this, do all the things that I just said and more, carry that mental load that she's carrying, step up, do the things you know you can do that need to be done, you can make a real difference in your relationship. You can even save it.